Greetings, friends. Grumpy Man here. We are in Montebello, Quebec. Now, this is the 323. I don't know if you can see here my little cheat sheet. I don't think this stupid thing's gonna work. I put tracks on my GPS, and yeah, so let's just end this. And do that. So yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's July 7th. It's 9:40 in the morning. So we took a ferry and a little trip. We just had some nice breakfast. My son is on the back, and we are going up to Lac Simon, or around it. Good thing I wrote all this down because I didn't print the instructions. I did a little thing on Google Maps, and then there's a website, and it converts it to a GPX file, and then you copy the GPX file to your GPS, and then I said convert it to a trip or something. Anyway, so obviously, see, it keeps telling me to do stuff that I don't want to do. So it's a 90 zone. Hopefully this guy will speed up a bit. Not that I'm in too much of a rush. The smell of, there was like a place to, a woodworking place. A lumber mill, that was it. So, alright, so this guy's driving pretty freaking slow, but, but there's a big interchange with Highway 50 up ahead, so I'm just gonna maybe he'll be going on the highway, which would be awesome if you like signal too. Yeah, thank you for signaling. So basically we're going up and around. So I'm not too worried about getting lost. I just topped off the gas. I had 270 kilometers of range, so I'm just playing it safe. And someone on a Facebook group I'm on warned me. I had posted a picture, and the guy was like, you're going to have 28 kilometers of gravel roads if you take that way. So the last little leg before we're like on the way home, which is the road will just be back. We're going around, and we'll try to go back down. So going north, around. If I could put a picture up in my YouTube video, I would do that. This is Park Omega, so you basically drive through with your car, and there's animals that come and you feed them, I think. So basically, it's a good way to get to like moose drool all over the inside of your car. At any rate, it's a popular place for the kids that love it. So this is supposed to be a very nice twisty road and in better shape than the road that's kind of parallel to the, well, kind of parallel, where all these cracks that are parallel, they do like this. Oh no, that's not one. Anyway, they put tar, so it makes it, you can have an interesting experience. So if part of this is a gravel road, I'm assuming that there's where it's in the movies. It's pretty, it's far up there. It's a big camping area, but it's a beautiful day. It's 19 now. When we left we left Il Perot, it was 14. 15, and then it went down to about 12, 13, a couple places on the way here. It's supposed to be 26, 28, around in that, high 20s today. And not much humidity, so that's going to be a welcome change. So we've got layers on now. Me and my faithful co-pilot. If only you could smell. It's all pine trees. It's just nuts. So you could take this road, I believe, goes all the way up to Mont Tremblant. But we're going to be turning at the 315 towards Cheneyville. I have a GPS, so there's not much way I can get. I suppose I could find a way to get lost, but just avoid the roadkill. Wow, it's nice. So on the way back, we're going to come back. Go back onto the 148 through Montebello, but then we're going to take the ferry at Facet to Lefebvre, Ontario, and I don't like to take the same way back, and the Hudson Oka ferry tends to get very busy later in the day. I suppose we're only going to be back this way. I think around the lake it's 4 hours, so I don't think I'm going to film all of it. At any rate, my battery will last. I don't think I have 4 hours. With 2 batteries, I don't think I have 4 hours. Although I have my charger in here, so I can wire it and charge one. But I don't know if 2 hours or like if it will charge. If an hour and a half, I can fully charge. Like as I drain one, I don't have enough time. But anyway, not much else going on. BMW announced some new colors for next year. Conspicuous, but not so conspicuous, was the RT. The R1200 RT was not introduced because, like I mentioned in the previous video, that's supposed to get the first model with the new box engine, the 1250. So the R1250 RT with TFT dash stuff, and hopefully LED lighting and stuff. We shall see. I'm debating if I'm going to get a top case this year, because just for my son, he can kind of lean back, not have to have like a death grip on. Well, he does. Obviously, he has a death grip. He says it's not so bad, but I mean, right now he can't slide back because there is the rack for the top case, so his butt will kind of hit that. But I'll see the matching shad top case. They make a few, so get a medium, so that's nothing too huge. And then I have to get the adapter piece to go from BMW OEM rack to that. So that I'll probably have to order from Shad USA. And but the case, I should be able to get it from a Canadian distributor. Well, maybe the rack I can get from a Canadian distributor too. There's a few places, and I think it's the same BMW rack for the GS. They have the same rack angle. So it's not that much money, and I think I'll get the optional little pad. And I think that way you can just sit and lean back, and I think it'll just be more comfortable for him and for whatever other passenger I have, like my daughter, my middle daughter. That's 21. It's going up. I'll take some later. I even have my other I have my mesh jacket too, because I said, oh, 28. But this jacket's not bad. I don't have any liners in it. I just have I have like 3 layers underneath, which well, I'll jam in somewhere. I've got a little cooler bag in one of my luggage with some drinks and some fruit. So we just ate a big, we just ate a decent breakfast. But have a snack, have a drink. And I even brought a towel in case we want to put there's a place to stop at this lake. I don't know if there's a public beach or something, but get some pictures. Relax, I have all day. A couple things to do at home, nothing too pressing. So far, this is a pretty nice condition road. Oh, golf course. What do you know? Sneaky people for golf courses in all sorts of places. There's a Heritage. Or is that the hotel? Oh no, Golf Heritage. 79, chambre. A room for $79. Ooh. we just got over a huge, one of the hottest I've ever seen. We had very high humidity and quite high heat. So a few days around Canada Day, July 1st, we had 48. Feels like 48, so humidex of 48, ambient around 34, and actually yesterday was like Friday, so Thursday we had a really hot day. It was 38, kind of less humid, so it feels like 43. The 38 was pretty. I know that's nothing compared to like Arizona and so forth. Let's do some cruise. My shoulder's still a bit messed up. So. It's really nice. Wow. I was going to do a different route, one that I've already done. And someone suggested around this lake, so it's different. I like to learn. I have a few up my sleeve. I wonder what that is. Does it look like not sure. Could be potatoes or something. That's corn. Oh wow. Neat. Say hi to the faithful. Yeah, it's corn on that side. This side I'm not sure. Could be all kinds of things. I have to stop it. Look at it. Could be, what do we grow a lot of? Beets, potatoes. So you should be paying attention to, I haven't seen sign for Cheneyville yet, so we're still pretty good. I'm going to slow down here. Not by the end of that day. I'm taking note of gas stations too, because the GPS will say gas, but that part of the Garmin stuff is really not updated a lot. Like I've passed places where it says, okay, so we're good. There is a gas station. It's not updated a lot, so it will say, oh, there's gas station, but then it had closed or something. Oh, little park, little place to relax, picnic tables, next to a church. You can have a little prayer, have a little water. Nice little village. Wow. Oh, there's a church. There was a church. There was a gas station in Dépanneur, which is a corner store, kind of variety store. And, oh, restaurant. There we go. Garage of sorts. Oh, that's Public Works. And yeah, it's starting to feel warmish. Yeah, Mont Tremblant, 60 kilometers. So there's a bunch of ways. I mean, Mont Tremblant, you could take the Highway 15 all the way up, but that's like the fastest way. Certainly, it's not the nicest. But most of the time, people are going to the Tremblant, they're going to ski or to a cottage or something, so they don't want to mess around. They don't want to spend time driving there. They want to spend time there with their friends. I'm gonna add. So far, I'm adding this to my list of nice, really nice roads. Cool. And the gravel road doesn't. It's 28 kilometers of gravel road, so that's a bit of a pain. A bit of cruise, save my wrist. Wow. Like, you live up here, I don't know what you're doing for internet. I don't think, I mean, they got phone lines. so possibly a DSL. I don't know if cable comes up this far. Not that many. It's power. I don't know. That's the only bad thing about living out in the boonies is cell. I mean, you certainly can't use your cell phone for internet. Even if you had a good connection, you get raped for plans. So, I mean, just to check your email and stuff, sure, it's good. But if you want to talk Netflix or YouTube's. Nice to live out here. I mean, this is out in the country, pretty much. Oh, that was a dead stiff record. That's a nice looking house. Where the business is, but that looks like feeding. It's like pigs or something. Oh, it's cows. Okay. It's milk. Right now, it's pretty much my favorite weather. 21, 22. I mean, if I was in traffic now, I'd probably be warm, but rolling along, 1 and 3. Lots of roadkill today, man. Oof. Not so much a risk of it during the day, I think it's in the wee hours. Well, that was nice. So far. You have some really tiny houses, which might be, who knows, they could be a cottage for someone. And bigger, newer houses. Then you see remnants of super old houses. This is really nice. It's really nice though. It would be nice in a car too, I mean. Put up some good music. One thing I miss not having my Senna 10U after 10 months of ownership, and not of usage, obviously, because it's winter here. One of the speakers died, so I returned it to the vendor. It's a 2-year warranty. So I returned it to Fort 9, which is a big Canadian motorcycling distributor, and should be at Senna now. So I don't think my next one will be a Senna. And Fortnite actually put out a video review of some of them, and since I want to get a cheap one, just so I could talk to my son, we could do a dual vlog. And then they make a cheap one. They make a slim one, which looks pretty cool, and they're a lot less expensive. And I'm never going to ride with the big ones that I'm going to have like, I don't know, 6 people on the same intercom. It's basically music, passenger, GPS, basically. Yeah. So, and I miss it just because if my Garmin were to send me on the, some wrong turns and stuff, and I wanted to use Google Maps or Waze, just having the speakers and I can hear it. It can be in my bag and I can just hear the directions. So yeah. Possibly my next bike. My next bike probably will have a TFT dash, but my next bike I'm going to get it mounted for a couple months. I think. I'll see how that works, because the ones I'm looking at, they have compartments where there's there's the jack to plug into the bike. I'll just see, because it would be nice to have this. So if I wanted turn by turn, although BMW has it built into their TFT. Anyway, something to think about. 315. Okay, so we're gonna go 315 south to Cheneville. All right. Son likes, he's got the bug. Another gas station, okay. I wasn't, see, like this one's not on, but I figured, okay, so what I figured was there's lots of boats around here, lots of boating, so, and anyway. We're on this until the 321 at Duhamel. Okay, Cheneville, Duhamel. Oh, we're still in the 50 zone here. Just keep it reasonable, grumpy man. Fluid speed is much. 50 is a bit annoying. Oh, okay. Chemin des Italiens. Road of the Italians. Oh, look at this, some mountain. Beautiful. Still a 50 zone. What the hell? What's my fuel range? 362. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Well, if we're not going fast, if it's all 70 and 80 zones, then yeah. I forget how many kilometers it was around, but I mean, I probably have enough gas to get all the way around, but. That was a multi-strat. So 99% of the bikes that I see that I cross paths with, it's cruisers, typically Harleys. You get some other ones too, but pretty much Harleys. Well, all-out sport bikes are expensive in Quebec. I've said it before. It's $1,500 this year. It's going to be closer to $2,000 next year, just to put a plate on it. And so it's not everyone that can. I mean, you pay it by month. It's $100 a month. Makes it somewhat easier to swallow. So, wow, what a nice day. I'm really liking not having a windscreen. So basically, having in between. So either a really a tall windscreen that pretty much deflects all the wind is good, and having none is good if you have a good helmet. GTR is pretty quiet, but in between. Like it was deflecting it just under, I guess just under my helmet, and I was thinking a bunch of turbulence, and that was really loud. So I find it, even if I wear earplugs anyway, but it's much nicer, much quieter. My son's even wearing earplugs, which is it's good. I mean, you don't get your hearing doesn't come back once you've damaged it. I mean, yeah, the night after the morning after the concert, when you're deaf from the concert, yeah, some of that comes back, but you can't. It doesn't actually heal if you have like severe damage to your hearing. So, I mean, if he's starting to go on, he's 13, starting to do, going even on the back. I mean, I block most of the wind, but still, it's a good start. I wish I would have worn earplugs. Not that I did as much as I do now, but still. I don't know when I started. I used to ride with headphones, and that's even worse because you're cranking the music. So now I usually have speakers in my phone, and yeah, music on, but it's not. The music's loud, yeah. If you were to take your headphones, your earplugs out, but my ears aren't ringing after I get off. So we're looking for the 321. Okay. Yeah, I've never been on this road, so I tend to not I don't drive as fast. Plus, you know what? It's a beautiful day. I'm out to enjoy the scenery with my son. I'm not out to set speed record. When I set speed records, I'll go on a track. I always say that to people that make chicken strip comments on anyone. Like, yo, do I have chicken strips on my bike? Oh, most likely. But then I reply, guess what? It's not the track. Yeah, the curvy roads and stuff are fun, and you want to have fun on that? Sure. But it's not the track. You never know. The track is upkept. You don't have gravel on the track. You don't have sand. You don't have oil spills. You don't have dirt from the guy who was just bringing dirt home in his little stupid trailer. So yeah. So I don't know what's around every corner here. So am I going to ride at 8/10 and try and put a knee down? Nope. I won't. So I have sport touring tires just because that's what this bike takes. I could put standard size tires. I could put slicks on this. I mean, I could put Super Corsas or something, like real sticky tires. But do I want to be changing my tires 4,000 kilometers? You know what changing my tires at 4,000 kilometers means? It means twice a year for me. That's just last year. Last year I did 10,000 kilometers in the riding season. So that'd be 2 rear tires and a front tire. And at, you know, that kind of price, yeah. So these Metzlers, I've got 10. These Metzler Rotex, I put them in last spring. So I had 12,000 on the bike. So I've got about 13,000 on these. And they are wearing quite nicely. Maybe a bit of cupping in the front, but that could be, I don't know. I set the tire pressure to what BMW says, so 2.5 bar and 2.9 in the back. But maybe that's part of the problem. I don't know. To be honest, I've never had a bike long enough that I've gone through. This is the first bike that I've gone through that I've had. You know, I had Pilot Road 4s that I went through and I used them until a tiny bit before the wear indicators, and these are supposed to be even better. Well, now they got Pilot Road. No, sorry, they got Pilot Road 5s now. So they got Pilot Road 5s, which are apparently really good. I have no doubt. People even like the old PR. People mix and match Pilot Road 2s and 3s, which apparently they still make, which is odd. But so we're going to go 321 north. Okay, so far we're good. Oh, nice little town. What do we got there for a bike? Adventure bike of sorts. It seems a bit tall. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Lac Simon was like, see, I want to go Lac Simon, I could go straight there, but you know, we're taking the scenic way. So we're on this until Duhamel. Then we're going to go left on Rue Principale. Alright. Absolutely beautiful day. So it showed a favorite, like a little heart sign. Anyway, and even Google Maps is a piece of shit. So if I want to send it to my phone, so say I start putting out destinations and then I drag to do the exact road that I want. If I send it to my phone, it doesn't. It shows the original like route, which is useless. All I know is if it ever got that bad, I just put go home, and I'm sure it will get me home. I'm not sure which way it will take me, but I could put Montebello in there and it would take me. I have no idea what the speed. Oh, 90. Okay. I figured it was 90. But moo. Hello, cows. Basically, we're going all the way around. You can't see the lake on the way down on the other side of the lake. Well, I'm hoping to stop, like at the lake, and have a drink. Hopefully, use some facilities. Yeah, so I don't like having no. I don't know if my phone is going off or whatever, which is it's fun to just in the odd chance there was an emergency. So. Oh, I suppose I could have just. No, I think if you don't have a headset, it's not going to even show me the caller ID. Oh. What's really cool is when you have the, I think the Goldwing has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so that's pretty cool. So if you get a text message, you'll actually see it on the screen, and you can just reply via Siri or whatever the Android assistant is. Alexa? But so that'd be kind of cool. I use it in the car. I'll answer text messages. A text message comes in from one of my kids or something. It's like, read it to you and tell you if you want to. It works fairly well. Good enough for like basic stuff like, I'll call you in 2 minutes or something. Wow. I don't think the GoPro will do this justice. No one behind me even. Actually, we're going. Oh, there's Lac Simon. We're going fairly far north, but curious what the temperature. If it's going to get actually what I thought it would be. Very curious to try the new Boxer to see how they can improve. I know that the shifting in the quick shifter, that's all beautiful, really a lot better, but I'm really curious to see like tractability wise, because this is all for Euro 5 like tighter emissions that are coming. I think in I don't know if it's 2019 or 2020 that they're coming. My son is probably loving this. He likes the curves. Get this guy some distance. What the hell is that? Oh, that's a Juke. It's the sport, this air quotes sport version. I don't think it's actually more powerful than that. But, okay, this isn't the lake, this is a swamp. We got power. Well, having power is not a big deal out here. I think it's just having connectivity. It's pretty easy to get power. Well, you can pay for hydro to put poles in. That I know. they'll put, like, they'll charge you, I forget how much, what ridiculous price they charge you per pole, but it's good. Back in the day, you used to get people up here, if you're running I don't know, if you decide to run a business out of your house or something, you'd run ISDN lines for a sweet 128 kilobit connection, which was, at one point, I mean, your modems were like 28K, 56K. But yeah. So I guess now they could run something up to, I don't know if there's no fiber around, they're not, well, I suppose if you have the money, anything is possible, but why is this a 50? Maybe it's stop hoopings. Yeah, see, I don't know if that was my fault, if I was on the gas, the throttle wasn't fully closed, but I found the newer version of this was a lot more forgiving, the quick shifter, and the one on the Ninja H2SX was very forgiving and very precise. I'm assuming that's what the sport bike ones are like the S1000RR. I think on mine it's just because the transmission itself is a bit clunky, so the quick shifter is a bit clunky too. These are some nice roads. Duhamel. So, Rue Principale is what I'm looking for, which my GPS will tell me. So, yeah, all these cracks here, they're not full of tar, these ones, so it's a little bit more friendly. I'm sure people grip on these things. I'm not sure of a bigger bike how it would be. We didn't really take that many twisties away. Drove the RT, Concourse wasn't so bad. Yeah, I thought you feel the weight. Like if the suspension angles and everything is for more stability, typically it's a little bit more effort for turning and stuff. I'll probably stop and switch my GoPro battery, try to set it to charge once I'm at an hour. I could ask my son, but the screen shuts off in the back. Conserve battery. So I wonder how this place is like in the winter. So when we come down the other side, so the eastern side, when we're heading actually south. Pretty sure there's a park or something. Yeah, I'll stop, and I think I'm gonna take a layer off because I've got a polar fleece, a long sleeve t-shirt, and a t-shirt. So I have quite a few layers. Plus, I got my mesh jacket if it really gets. I don't have my super light gloves, but I have my lighter gloves. These ones are not bad. There's sun vents on these. A little bit. Oh wow! Some people really put a whole adventure in their garden with gnomes and creatures. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, he's signaling early too. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for being a courteous driver. It's still a 50 zone, so probably because there's houses and this road is a bit twisty. Not the best condition. I have my preload at driver plus luggage, so the middle setting. My son doesn't weigh all that much, but nice little creek. I'm pretty sure my son's liking this. He's gonna have the bug. He's gonna be bugging me to get a scooter to start for a couple of years. It's okay. Wow, the trees. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna have to post on my Facebook group. It's Sport Touring Motorcycles of Quebec or something. Motosport Touring Quebec for the Ford. Yeah. And really nice. Well, there's some things there's a lot of bitching about the police that I don't necessarily agree with. So Canada Day weekend, the end of it. They had a big crack, like a roadblock and a bunch of roadblocks, doing spot checks for modified vehicles. So handing out a lot of you need to have your car inspected by the, and illegal exhaust and everything. And okay, I get that you're upset about it, but if you know, whether you agree with it or not, if you know that all this stuff is illegal, here's my turn. So yeah, if you know that you're not allowed to do X, Y, or Z on your bike, and then you do it, and you say, well, I'm gonna take the risk, then and then you get stopped and you get a ticket, I don't think I don't know. It doesn't make you look too bright that you're like, oh, stupid cops, F the cops, they got nothing better to do. And do I agree with all the laws? Your turn indicators, your turn signals have to be, 12 inches apart and stuff like that. So people, they want to do slick tail tidies, and they want to put those integrated tail lights that have the turn signals kind of using the same lights. And yeah, I agree with some of the fender eliminator kits are. I did it. I had below my license plate, I had a 4-inch stick of plastic with a little reflector. I cut it off. Can I get a ticket for it? Yeah. The only thing saving me is that my luggage is always on and there's 2 huge reflectors on my luggage. But yeah. At any rate, there's a lot of that stuff, and there's a lot of people saying, oh, you shouldn't tell me if I should wear gear and stuff. And I agree to a certain extent, but we have socialized medicine in Canada, which means if you are driving in flip-flops, beach sandals and shorts, and you and your woman on the back, and she's wearing, you know, the same, and you both are vegetables because you have an accident, well, we're all paying for that. So, and yes, we pay a lot for plates, and yes, you pay for your insurance, but the government ends up footing the bill because of socialized medicine. So I do say, anyway, don't get me started, because I feel the same way about smokers too, that if you choose to smoke, well. Oh, there we are, Chemin de Tour de Lac. So we didn't have to, okay. So far, I am very impressed. Okay, oh, it's a campground, so that's why. Okay, and then we're going right on Quatrième. We're still going northwest, okay. Yeah, I'm sure my son is seeing this. So anyway, but in the most part, there's a lot of goofy memes being posted about motorcycling, and I just try and I post stuff when it's more helpful, let's say. But like, people are getting bikes, and then they're members of this Facebook group, and then they're like, you know, everyone's saying, everyone's posting, I just got harassed by the cops. I just got harassed by the cops because of this. I just got harassed by the cops because of my loud exhaust. Woo. And then they're like, I'm gonna go buy an exhaust. I don't know. I even took mine off just because I've seen a lot of posts about roadblocks and stuff. And so the letter of the law is you're not allowed to modify exhaust. Oh, that was a bad downshift, jeez. Woo! I'm sure my son is, yeah, so you don't want to run out of gas around here. The letter of law is you're not allowed to modify pretty much anything. I mean, you can put stickers, I mean, aesthetic stuff I think you're allowed, besides like what I said, reflectors and stuff. But, so my exhaust, I mean, if I got a nice cop, you know, because say your exhaust, you drop your bike, it tips over, and the stock exhaust is like $2,000 or something, and your bike's only worth, you know, so obviously some people aren't going to buy OEM exhaust. You're going to get whatever, a Yoshimura or a GPR or whatever, Hindle. You're going to get your aftermarket exhaust, so it's cheaper. And then they're like, well, ooh, there was some rocks there, that wasn't very good. So then there's also there's a decibel. I think it's 100 decibels, and if it's a 4-cylinder, it's at a certain RPM, and then if it's a twin, because they typically don't rev as high, and they don't just stick. They have to take sound measurements at a few places. Anyway, there was a whole thing when they introduced the actual noise regulations, and so there's a whole thing, so you kind of knew what but if a cop doesn't have the sonometer, they'll just send you for an inspection, and then I'm assuming that the garage where you're going to go for inspection has the tools to do that. But well, this is like a real low country road. Anyway, so, but I took mine off. Actually, I don't like the sound of the stock. It's volume-wise, it's fine. I can hear it, but the frequency is like, it's a deeper frequency, and it's kind of annoying. Or maybe I'm used to the other one because I had it on for a while. Yeah, I don't like all this sand. What am I looking for? Okay. Oh, wooden bridge. My son. That's why I really need to get a communicator, because then we can go and we can talk the whole time. Yeah, really have to pay attention. Really have to pay attention. Oh, wow. Like, there's all these little little cottages, and then you come in, there's like, oh, someone lives here. I mean, if I won the lottery and I didn't have to work, where do you think I would live? Like, the furthest place from civilization that I could get good internet connection and, you know, and have my farm. That's where I would be. Now, if I could have a farm in a remote place and there was like a private lake, oh, that would be like a bonus. This is all like second, third gear. There's lots of gravel. Oh, that's maple syrup. You can see the lines up in the trees. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but when you see the lines running, that's the collection for. So there's we're right beside the lake, but we're still going up. I couldn't see doing this really fast. Well, because there's potholes too. And just it is a 50 zone too. So if you're there's people with private houses here. So, yeah, little au revoir. Well, at least I got the little. At least the streets are coming out on the map here. Yeeks. This is slightly new pavement. Must be hell when they pave this, like for the people that live around here, because it's not like there's 10 ways to get to your house if you lived around. It's the same near my house. There was oil spill once at an intersection near my house, heating oil, and literally my kids were at summer camp 300 meters, but I had to go like complete utter detour disaster. Yeah, so we're following this all the way around, and then where it gets complicated is after there's lots maybe I'm just a nervous Nelly when the sand, but I've seen and heard so many horror stories about people, you know, hitting a corner. Mind you, I'm nowhere near the limits of the speeds that I'm going. I'm nowhere near the limits. Yeah, it's into second gear is a bit chunky. So there's that. GoPro's been going almost an hour. You're not kidding about some of these turns, man. Looks like a really nice place to live. Apparently, someone was telling me that Air Canada has I don't know, like company campground or something. I don't know. That it's really hard. It's hard to get the land. Doesn't go up for sale a lot here. son, this up-down stuff, man, he's like up-down with turns and whatever. This is, wow. Someone was, I'm going to really post on Facebook group and say, hey, I forget who suggested, I can probably look at my post and say, geez guy, you're the man. I think it was a guy anyway. Super nice, but this does get it's not helping my shoulder, all these I'm pretty sure that it doesn't say what the speed limit is, but I'm pretty sure it's still I didn't see it. I don't recall seeing anything that was higher than 50. That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. There's no one up behind us. We're not in a rush. Yeah, it's cooler up here because there's so many trees. Yeah, this must be a real nice place to live. See, like, look at all the sand here. Because of all the dirt connecting roads. Oh, that, jeez. That was a fancy house. Well, right on the lake like that. Well, it just... It's a nice house, but this just kind of feels out of place because... I don't know. You think cottage, you don't think modern looking. You think a more, I don't know, cottagey. But that was probably someone's house. Or it could be a big cottage. I guess if you have an apartment in the city, there's people that do that. They have apartments in the city because they work downtown, and then they have their weekend place, and which is their summer place. So weekends, you leave to come up here. You might want to stop and look. Now there's someone behind me, and if they knew the road and they're in their little 4x4, it'd be like, oh well. I'm gonna stop at some point soon and take my seat off and run the wire from my battery charger. Just to, I want to record a lot. That doesn't mean I'm gonna put it all on the video because it's like a 3-hour. Well, I could split it up. Yeah, when they were out in the open. Wow. We're supposed to be going right on Quatrième Grand, which is another small road, obviously. I don't know what that translates to around. It's basically a country lane, rural road. Yeah, all these people have dirt driveways, so it's it all spills onto the road. These things, see? The tar, it's like squirrely. Or makes it squirrely. I'll take some pictures if I could find a spot, which there isn't much of, but it isn't private property. Yeah, big bike might be a bit tiring through here. Like, I think an RT would be okay, but something in 700 pounds there. These twist turns, these tight turns. It must suck when you live on the other side of the road. Because you're like, oh, shit. Let them go by. They live here. They're going to want to go faster than me in their car. So I'll let them go by. I don't want to hold anyone up. I'm just here for the love and the scenery. That's my battery at. Oh, the battery's still going. Yay. Battery's still going. So we're going to go right on 4e Brun Sud. I don't know if it's going to say south, but 2e Brun. Okay, we're on the right. Oh, I know we're going the right way. We haven't doubled back, so we're going to end up somewhere. Oh wow. It's off to or something. Charger. What is this? Chalet. Oh, nice chalets. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, why not? It's a nice lake. It's right here. A few people that I mentioned what I was doing. Oh, here we are. I should have found a spot to stretch though. Should have stopped at that cash group just to have a drink, but we'll stop. So the next one is left on chemin le chemin du Bay de l'Ours. Puppies. Gas 312. Pretty sure we're good. Weird campers or prefabs. Like, that's nice, but I mean, they're still nice houses, but it's just like, near the water. Yeah, I'm sure my son is going to need a stretch too. So. And we're not in any kind of rush. Got some weekend chores to do at home, a little tidying, cut my grass, but nothing pressing. Well, tomorrow, I don't know, I'll go for a ride tomorrow, but I got Sunday's got groceries and stuff, and I like to have the house clean for the week and you know, all that good stuff. Oh, this is beautiful here. Stop somewhere, take a picture. Hey, look at the house across there. Just pointing at that big house. To me, this is a pretty peaceful area. That must be not fun if you had a motorcycle up a dirt driveway on a hill. So is it Chemin de Bay de l'Ours? Go west. So we're at the top of the lake, if I remember my map. me in, just checking the battery. Now there's some nice really nice houses in here. Well, for cottage, this is certainly cottage country, man. This must be super quiet. Yeah, like I don't want a road like that, like 28 kilometers of that. I don't know what that guy's doing, but chemin de la Belle-Lorce ahead. So we're going left on chemin. Left, apparently. Wow. There's some big ass. Oh boy. It's probably slippery in the wet. Yeah, I think because my son is holding onto the grab rails kind of behind his butt, that gets a bit sore. So. I think it's this way though. South, that makes more sense. Because I said Montpellier was this way, so. But we'll figure it out. We're going south. The right way. I think I made a typo on my although if it turns into a dirt road, I won't be happy. So far, so good. Oh, 3:15. Okay. This is Route 315 North. Not sure which way we want to go. Yeah, get off. Okay, so I'll be back. I'm gonna switch my battery.